And thank you very much, Pat, for question. We appreciate it. We're looking forward for more questions in the future. Still enjoying this male leopard. Sometimes, I remember 2 days we were driving into the area. March. Yesterday afternoon, suddenly we get to see rhino. Also this morning we spotted rhino and the leopard and tracks of buffalo. It looked like they've been there last night, but they were moving somewhere which we weren't able to follow up because tracks is a little bit old. So it looked like animals are coming out, and I had more into the east. There's a small breeding herd of buffalo. I know this time of the year in the area where we are, there will be a lot of buffalo coming in winter. We witness a lot of breeding herds, 2-3 different of breeding herd. The reason behind this is because the species of buffalo, they migrate. In winter they prefer such of area, in summer they prefer such area. So we didn't find a lot of buffalo here in summer. They're all buffalo breeding herds, they're all down south. And winter they enjoy a lot of season here, and we're going to see a lot of that. And I believe because we might get to see action one day because of Mapoko males, they really prefer to hunt buffalo. If we're in the middle of winter, we might get to see a very good sighting. But look like it's coming down slowly from the east side. Loud and clear, Haram.
Yes, sir. So, question, Charlie. And she would like to know approximately how old is this leopard and how long will he stay in this area, and do you know if he has fathered any cubs, and if so, by who? How much does he weigh, or approximately weigh, and does he share it with any other leopards?
Pardon, for he wants to know the safari, confirm specific safari.
So I just want to know how long will leopards stay in the area, if he has fathered any other cubs, and how much does he weigh, and does he share the territory with any other leopards?
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, guys, stand up.
The question coming from Charlie, or Miss Charlie, she wants to know how much weigh this a leopard. A fully grown leopard like him, he weighed 90 kg. It will be only because it's a bit fat. It might be adding at least 10 or 15 kg on him. But normally, it weighs up to 90 kg. And he is between 10 to 11 years age of old. Is getting very old. And also question come through. They want to know if this leopard is having cubs with other females into the area. Yes, it did. As far as now, Kurula female, the cubs that it belongs to him. He's the father of the cubs. I've seen this a lot of time. And with safari youngs are all together and no problem. That's as father. I've witnessed the mating of the leopard. We've seen it. I remember it was happening around here, Beaver's Nest, and also down into Sandy Patch area. We have seen that. And they want to know if this leopard is having this other leopard into the area that, if I get it clear, that they might compete. Yes, leopards are always like that. They can compete a lot of time. We have seen him, if we all remember, people that joined us for the beginning of the drive from early this year, we have seen Mufufunyane I mean, not last year. We have seen Mufufunyane and him a lot of time having arguments into the area. So yes, he's having competition with other males, but it doesn't mean that if they have competition mainly into the boundaries. They design an area of a territory, and the boundary itself, if they get there, they won't be happy to one another. They have to push each other away. But they're still having that argument. Is nothing that serious will cause them. When they get together in the boundary, one is not happy with the other one, has to push the other one away. But at the stage, it looks like all is being settled. We haven't seen Jordan for a while, but Jordan is hanging more into Gary Dam, further into the north. And now Leopard is hanging most of the time here, 3 House Dam up to Sandy Patch area. This is the boundary. 3 House Dam up to the south is where actually you can get these female leopards. So it looks like they've sorted out the problem of the boundaries. They don't really argue on the boundary itself. They agree with the space of living. So it's quite a lot of things that leopard can do. Argument, it could be a young male always that will come into the area, like to push him, or like to go for the cubs and kill the cubs and force the female to issue. But the cubs now they are big enough that they can defend itself. If they can get to find another male into the area, they might run away and hide. Or climb into the tree, find a very thin branch of the tree, then they can stay there where the leopard, it won't able to go up. The weight of the leopard is too heavy, male leopard is too heavy. It won't able to go up into that branches. It's how actually the youngsters defend it. So it's really old one. It will going to be, I know the question might come around. It's maybe it's the last year for him to be around, because mainly leopard once he reach up to 12 years old is where you're gonna have problem with the new blood into the getting challenged and pushed off from the area, and the new blood will take on spreading his own gene into the area. Made of Corolla and other leopards, but these male leopards are living together with them, because male leopards like this, you might have 3, 4, 5 female areas of territory, but you might have a big area where you might have 5 or 2, it doesn't 2 or 3 females into the territory itself, where the female have their own space of territory. Leopard can go up to 20 square kilometers of an area. It depends, it can go up to 30 kilometers of an area. It depends how strong it is. The more it's strong, is that they have big area. It inherited, like if his father was Martha was very strong, and also the leopard also it will be strong too. And it depends also if we take over from a male leopard that was having such a big area, 30 square kilometers of an area, is going to operate on that. For the question, we also put the addition on it. It makes more understandable and get more information on that.